Yes. Hello everyone. Welcome to an extra episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their lives and their books and the campaigns. Because frankly, I lost interest in mainstream comics, so we need to support indie comics, guys. Indies are the mainstream of the future. So yeah, guys, an extra episode because our guest of today can use a little bit of help with the campaign. And if I do this only every Sunday, I can't put spotlights on some campaigns that really need it. So this is why today is an extra episode, and tomorrow I will also be streaming because Thursday will be the day that Perfect 10 closes. So the InDemand closes. So tomorrow we have one last closing stream or something like that. And because I like to start every stream, every drink with Brink with some sort of little update, even though this is an extra episode, I tried to think of something. Some people already saw it, but we have some new art. So let me share it here, guys, because I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. Let me show you guys. Here we go. Wow, look at this. Wow, American Bliss, guys. American Bliss is looking amazing. It's drawn by Pau. You all know Pau from the Perfect 10 series, and the color work is done by Federico. Oh man, Federico and Pau have made this excellent piece, and this will be featured in the book, guys. So if you back the book, you will get this also, because we have this pinup section, and this is one of the pinups. And I have been receiving some more art, but I will slowly show you guys more. So this is for today. I hope you guys like it. I do. I absolutely love it. And Pau really loves to draw her. So yeah, excellent. So let me stop this here. And usually I say hi to the people in the chat, but there's no one in the chat. If you drop in, just say hi. If you're watching the replay, hey there, please like this stream, and let's just bring our guest on. I hope I never really pronounced his name before, so I hope I get it right. Welcome to the show, Ben Fuselier. How did I do?
Thank you. You were close. You were very close. It's it's usually pronounced Fuselier, but Fuselier technically is
Right.
probably more correct than the way we pronounce it. So
Right. It sounds French.
it's kind of an English version of French.
Right.
It's weird.
It's not like you're going to tell people "Je suis a fuselier," Ben a fuselier. No, it sounds really French. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. So this is where the name Fuseboxx comes from, of course. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Cool. Okay. Before we start, I have to ask this. Every guest is Ben. What are you drinking?
I'm mostly drinking Coke Zero. You know, I'm being good. I have to, because when I
You have
used
to.
to drink, I got a little too wild.
Oh, too well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you put some restraints on that.
I
Okay.
have to.
Right. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. It's pretty early also where you are, right?
Yeah, it's about 1 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the problem with my shows. I have this theme, a drink, so I'm like, okay, I have to do something with that. And then most of my guests are from America, so they don't drink during this hour. Yeah. Garth Oostveen or Oostveen. It's a Dutch sounding name, Garth Oostveen.
Oh wow.
Uh, welcome, Garth. Never seen Garth in the chat before. Very welcome. And we have Darksiders Comics. Hello, Marinus. How are you, sir? And Jonas Olsen. Welcome, Jonas. Nice to see you. Okay, guys. Today we are talking to Ben about his book. But first, we like to get to know you a little bit better. You are a comic book creator, but this is not your first comic, right? This is part two of a series.
Yes, sir. This is issue 2, uh part 2 of Genesis of a Renegade, cuz I give like it's Outlaw Nights, but I like to give like each specific issue kind of its own subtitle instead of like
Mm,
just calling it issue 2, but this
right.
is technically part 2 of the first issue, so it's Genesis of a Renegade part 2.
Okay. All right. Okay. So how did you get into producing comics? What is your history with comic books?
I was actually pretty casual with comics back in the day. I mostly liked slice of life comics early on, and I read about superheroes like in big compilation books more than actually just reading the issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got into my early 20s, a friend of mine I was working with was really into Marvel and DC, and he used to bring his books to work, and I would read them whenever I had like slow moments.
Oh,
So I started to get into them when I was in my early 20s, but even around then, I think it was like 2008, 2009, around then I started to notice the change slowly happening in mainstream comics.
so this was
Um,
soon after you really started to read them.
yeah,
Mm, right.
and so I'd always been a casual fan, and I started to really get into the indie scene about 2 years ago when I started hearing about the boom going on with indie comics and crowdfunding. And I had been a screenwriter before that, and I had been hoping, I had had like a couple of stories mulling around in the back of my mind that I was saving for a time when I might have like a budget to make a huge movie. And as I got older, I started to get more realistic about that. And I was like, well, I got to find a way to tell these stories before, you know, like I have to find a
Right.
way to tell these stories while it's, in a realistic way. And so everything kind of came together when I decided, like, I'd like to launch a comic book on crowdfunding. I think that'd be really like fun, and I think I could contribute a good deal to it. And so I just decided I'll pull this story I've been playing around with for so long, and I'll finally get it out there. And so
Mhm.
everything just kind of clicked into place.
Right. You said you were a screenwriter. Was that your job, or were you writing to send out to studios to try and get this movie made?
It was more like I was trying to write movies that me and my friends would produce.
All right.
But again, it was way more difficult than I had initially anticipated. I was a little too optimistic about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, we'll slap something together. It'll be fine."
Right.
And of course, as I learned about the process, I'm like, "Yeah, no, this is way more complicated than I thought."
Okay. So yeah, I had some. This is a I see this more often with some of my guests. They also had this goal or aspiration to make a movie. They had this story, but making a movie takes a lot. You know, you need the budget, you need this an entire crew, you need the skills, a lot of different things you need to do. Um, so on a smaller scale with comic books, you can basically make the exact same story for a smaller budget. So many people go there. Um,
Oh yeah.
so you would have rather made a movie of Outlaw Nights, right? So making the comic was your second decision in order to get the story out there.
Yeah, I'd say so, but I really do love it as a comic. Like
Mm,
I think as a comic series it works. It definitely it fits together with the medium really well.
mhm. Right, right. Okay, so but and Outlaw Nights is your first ever book. So issue one was your first book you ever made.
Yep.
Okay, how did that do?
Uh like it did pretty well. I think the first time I launched the campaign didn't really succeed, but that was because I wasn't really getting myself out there. I wasn't promoting it as much as I should have been. I was
Hmm.
mostly sticking to like Twitter and stuff to promote, which is not
Right.
good. So I took the lessons, and for the second campaign, I started going on more shows like this and, meeting people. And yeah, we did pretty well. I think by the end of it all, we managed to get about 8,000.
Oh, that's pretty good, man. That's nice, especially for your first book. Um,
Definitely.
yeah, excellent. So you said you did screenwriting, so you had this story already uh, conceived, right? And so you had to rewrite it for a script for a comic book format.
Yeah, and there were also just elements of the original idea that I decided to change to make it more exciting for a comic book for the medium
To
of
update it
comics.
for modern audiences.
Oh yeah, and to just make it more exciting too, because
Right. Okay.
I know like
Exciting.
originally, yeah, like originally I had the main character Cyrus. He was gonna be like a journalist at one point and
Oh,
stuff, and I was like, that's not very fun in the comic book sense. Like he's got to be more of an action type of guy. So I made him
wow.
part of the colony guard instead.
That's quite a big change for the main character.
Yeah.
Wow. That's yeah, entire backstory. So yeah, okay. So you rewrote it. So what was your experience with writing? Did you know how to write? Did you study it? Did you study comic books? What was your process?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was already very well versed in like writing and screenplay format, and then the software that I use, I was able to
Yeah, Tintin has quite exciting adventures, right? He's a journalist. It can be done.
Oh dang. Well, I mean, it's probably better this way anyway, just because of
Yeah,
the way the
sure, man.
characters kind of
Of course.
foil. But yeah, originally I when I on my software that I use to write screenplays, Final Draft, they offer you different templates, and they actually had the template for comic format. So
Oh,
I checked that out, and like they lay it out for you pretty clearly. So I just kind of had to learn that structure, and it didn't take me too long to figure it out. It was pretty
mm.
straightforward. And I would say like it's slightly less complicated than screenplay format.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Yeah,
What's the difference?
there's not as much that you have to figure out. It's like with comic format, it's like you got what you see in the panel, dialogue, and different sound effect balloons and stuff. Like it's pretty laid out like that. With screenplay format, you got your scene direction, you got your characters, you got like different little words and phrases you got to learn in order to kind of shift it along. If I'm making any sense.
Right. Yeah, sure,
there's
sure.
yeah, like there's more to figure out with screenplay format because there's there's always been this like changing culture with
Right.
films and stuff where it's like, oh, like if you want to be taken seriously, you have to know this little trick and that little trick and all. And they like change that up every few years just to, just so
Right.
the new guys will be like, oh yeah, those are amateurs. They don't know this secret thing.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So, do you also notice with writing for screenplays and writing for comic books that there's a different approach to writing dialogue, for instance, because with screenplays, you can basically have the actors just talk and but with comic books you have to keep things more condensed,
Yeah,
right? You can't have them like 3-page long monologues in comic books.
exactly. And yeah, it did take me a minute to kind of get up to speed on that. But I find that I'm pretty concise anyway in a lot of ways,
Hmm.
and it also just helped me to grow a little bit because I was able to edit. I edited down a lot of the original draft I did for the comic, because I
Right.
noticed like I did have a lot of dialogue at first, and I was like, oh, I gotta trim that up. It's too
Trim them down.
much.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Yeah, man. Okay. So you made this book. You made one earlier. You have your own YouTube channel also, right? So you mainly have your own
yes,
YouTube
indeed.
channel to promote your career as a comic book creator, or do you want to be a YouTuber also?
Um, I I first started it just to promote my career, and then as I've been going along, I find like I've been able to use a lot of the skills I picked up in film, like particularly with editing. I've been able to practice editing more often, and I find that I'm enjoying that part.
Right. Okay. You enjoy editing. That's good. I hate it. So yeah, that's great. So yeah, YouTube made some changes lately. So now they have every category. separate here. The live,
Yep.
the live section. I'm not sure what to think about it. It used to be just by order of production.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it really.
I
So yeah,
kind of like it.
but you do a lot of gaming stuff also, right?
Oh yeah. That's just because, like, you know, I've always I guess I'm kind of addicted to games in a way, and I thought this
Right.
was a good way to kind of merge the two.
You have here the playlists. You have Fallout, Metal Gear Solid, Far Cry. Right. If you live stream, so it's a lot of stuff going on, guys. The link to this page, to this channel, is in the description, guys. If you want to subscribe to Fuseboxx, so you have gaming, you have comic books, you have Dragon Ball, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Right. Yes. Cool. Okay. Great. We can take a look at your campaign, but first, let's have a little promo. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Interesting music. Also. Outlaw Nights, Genesis of a Renegade Part 2. Cyrus Lawson is held aboard the pirate ship Hazard. Will he be able to adapt, survive? Ooh, you have to find out, right? So you have 16 days left. So you have 14 days done right now. So you're 2 weeks in, right?
Yep.
16 days left. 20 backers. You have a fixed goal of it's euros. I have this in euros. So about 6,000, right?
Yep.
11%. So you're 2 weeks in. 11%. I have to ask the tough questions sometimes, Ben. So, what do you think could have helped you get more backers in the beginning?
I think I chose a bad day to launch number one. I launched Halloween night when everybody was out and about.
Right.
Yep. And I think I probably should have had a launch stream on a different channel other than mine, just because my live streams tend to not get a, I don't have a very large audience at the moment. And yeah, I think like those are the major factors at first, but also I think at this time of year in particular, it's kind of difficult with the crowdfunding because of the fact that everybody's start getting ready to, they're saving up for the holidays and also just the
they
fact
can buy books for the holidays.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah,
did you have a sign up period before you launched?
Yes.
All right. Okay,
And
that's good.
yeah, we got about over 100 signups on the email list, and I think a lot of the folks on the email list are waiting on my next secret perk,
Oh,
which
really?
I'm gonna be which I'm gonna be doing as soon as I can work it out with the particular artist that I'm talking to at the moment about the particular extra we're gonna be doing for the next perk.
Okay, so the secret perk is not ready yet. Once it's ready, then you will send everyone the link, and then you will hopefully get some more backers. Okay, so right, the I gotta say, man, this art really cool, really nice. Outlaw
Oh,
Nights.
I love
So
it.
so tell us a little bit about the story, about the concept.
So, Outlaw Nights takes place in the 31st century. Humanity has begun colonizing into outer space, and history is very much repeating itself as a great, there's a big boom in colonialization, and the nations of Earth are all at each other's throats, competing over territory and resources. Everybody wants to be top dog. It's a chaotic time period, and with the distance between Earth and the many colonies in space, this has led to a boom in crime, in piracy in particular, and we are about 10 years after World War III at the moment. And in the midst of all this is our main character, Cyrus Lawson, who has had a pretty rough upbringing, and he has gone to a small out of the way colony that's pretty insignificant called Therese, and he's joined the colony guard there to sort of be, I guess, kind of a small town hero. But right from the beginning of issue 1, that dream is ripped right from under him as the pirate ship known as Hazard has invaded his settlement, and they're looking for a special piece of data that's going to lead to a treasure that is everybody's got their eyes on.
The
And so
MacGuffin.
without indeed, and push comes to shove, without giving too much away from issue 1, Cyrus ends up being kidnapped by these pirates. And so issue 2 picks up right after that, where Cyrus is now aboard Hazard, and he's got to figure out. Well, number one, he's curious as to why they kidnapped him, particularly because it's a bit of a mystery. And also, he's going to be figuring out what exactly they're after. And he's also got to deal with his very, very strong prejudice towards pirates and outlaws, because he views the world in a very black and white way. And he's going to learn that things aren't always as clear cut as you might think.
Okay, a lot going on. Yeah, that's a lot. But basically, it's pirates in space, right?
Yes.
Pirates in space. Cool. So what is it that made you want to tell this particular story?
For me, it was I first came up with this right after I had seen the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie in theaters. So that tells you how old this idea is.
Yeah.
And I really loved the spirit of pirate stories, the whole, I guess, the pursuit of freedom and adventure. And I wanted to take that concept and bring it into a more modernized or a more futuristic setting, because I felt like, I love the aesthetics of the pirate stories, but I feel like telling a pirate story back in the 1600s and 1700s, you're limited by the technology, and there's only so much you can do, and it's more fun to kind of play with the idea of like taking that concept and putting it into a time period where you've got a lot more wiggle room. And to me, it's like doing it in the future, doing it where, you know, it's literally instead of traversing the oceans on Earth, you're traversing the endless expanse of space. There's a lot more you can do with that. And and I feel like you can have way more fun action that way.
Right. Okay, man. And this art, man, this art is fantastic. So who are the artists?
Well, this page, a couple of these pages, like this one, were done by my original art team on issue 1, which was done by Render Contender and Press Colors.
Render Contender.
Unfortunately, they couldn't come back for issue 2. There were some complications. So my new team for issue 2 is Juanito from Dwarves vs. Lions, is doing the interior art. And our colors are being done by an awesome Brazilian artist named Marcos Martin.
Wow. Okay, yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. These colors, also this background, the way it fades here, this depth you have here, really, really well done, man. Excellent work.
Oh yeah.
So do you do the character designs?
I've described them in detail. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. There were a few that the artists themselves kind of had freedom to play with, but for the main characters in particular, I had a very specific idea in mind.
Right. So this guy's Wellington. Who is she?
Oh, that's just a background character.
What? She's not a main character or a baddie? Oh,
nope.
No, that should be the reason people buy the book, man. It can be.
Well,
yeah, it looks great.
I love having the background characters stand out. Like I think that's really fun, you know.
Of course. So he has the cybernetic arm. Is this the main character or is this the villain? Who is this?
That is the villain of this issue. That is Wellington. He is a British soldier, and he specializes in hunting pirates.
Okay. Pirate Hunter Wellington. All right. By Jax and... I can't read. Okay. Cool. Some character designs or sketches.
Yeah, that was one of Render Contender's original character sheets, and I wanted to just put it on the campaign because I always loved it, and it's a shame. Render, it's very bizarre. Render vanished. Like nobody's heard from him in over like almost 2 years.
Wow.
He hasn't touched his social media, nothing. I have no idea what's going on.
Like a Carl O'Rowe situation.
I guess. It's just, you know, like, it's so bizarre.
This also Render? This or is this a new team?
Oh, that's the new team right there.
Right. Okay. Great. So, this is the main character? Or...
Yep. That is Cyrus. That is Serpent.
Serpent. Or that's this guy. Right. Okay. Serpent.
Yep.
I'm getting acquainted with your universe, right? So this is all new to me. So here you have some battle between Wellington and some random characters.
Oh no, that is actually the captain of Hazard, Ivory. And he's actually probably my favorite character.
Why is that?
He's very witty and charming, and you know, he's got a sassy mouth, and he's a badass. And in many ways, he's kind of he kind of functions as like the foil to Cyrus.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of revamped the dynamic from the book Treasure Island, where
Oh.
Cyrus is kind of like Jim Hawkins in some ways,
Hmm.
and Ivory would be similar to Long John Silver. But the characters
Right.
are still pretty different, but at the same time they have the
Sure.
same dynamic.
Okay. But he's the guy that the reader wants to be. He's the cool one.
Oh yeah.
Right. Uh, a lot of character poses. Do you have some? Oh, cool. Do you have some pages from the book also? Oh, here we are.
A couple of like the 3 pages that were done by the original art team are all directly going to be in the book. Um,
Right.
Unfortunately for the new team, like I haven't really been able to I haven't been able to pay for the finished products just yet. So we're still kind of on standby with some of that, but Juanito is already halfway done with his line art. I just got to get him the money.
Right. So this means you need the money from the campaign, and then you can proceed with production of the book.
Yes.
So if you do not reach the goal, then what happens to this project?
Well, if we do not reach the goal this time around, I'm going to relaunch in early February. I'm
Okay.
not giving up.
All right. All right. Excellent. Okay. Some more art. A lot of art here, guys. You can check it out. The link to this campaign is in the chat, guys. It's pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description of the video. A lot of cool stuff here. So if you like pirates, you like science fiction, you like action, right? This is something worth checking out. Okay, let's see what kind of perks you have. We have the featured tier is issue 2 plus poster.
Yep. And it's the poster that's in the image right there. In the
Right,
image of the perk.
that's this one. This will be the poster.
Yep.
All right.
That poster was done by Jay Krager.
Okay.
Jason Krager.
All right. Okay, so you get the book plus you get the poster. How much pages is the book?
25.
All right. So
I wanted to make them longer, but
up
I had to
size.
keep
Yeah.
it. I had to keep it within a certain frame in order to make the goal reasonable.
Sure, of course. Get On for $20. You get On, the very basic tier. An issue of Outlaw Nights, issue 2, the greatest space pirate tale crafted yet. Until issue 3.
Very
of
much.
Course. Yes. All right. So for $20, you get issue 2. All right. Then you have issue 2 plus cover poster. Oh, that's this cover you get as the poster along with it.
Oh yeah.
So how will you ship the posters?
Well, my plan is to go through Critical Blast. I was gonna use his delivery service.
Uh-huh.
We will most likely be, I think, rolling them up. The first campaign, I was able to mail out posters flat, but we ended up having some issues with shipping costs as a result. So
Right.
we're probably
What
going
do
to
you
have to
mean
get them
flat? You
rolled.
have like these big flat boxes or what?
We did for the
Wow.
first campaign. I mailed them, yeah, just in a up against a cardboard flat back
Surface.
end
Right.
and everything. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Posters. That's tricky, man. It's
yeah.
Okay, cool. Both issues digitized. With both issues, you mean issue 1 and issue 2? Right, you get them
Yep.
digital. Right. And issue 1 is also 25 pages.
Yep.
All right.
Because originally they were supposed to be one book,
Mhm.
and I split it in half to make it affordable.
Right. Yes. I have the same problem, man, with my with my books. I have to make these single issues. I make them as big as possible until I can't anymore. Until they get this spine.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, right. Okay, cool. Then you have both issues 1 digitized. Okay, so you can have the first or the second issue physical and the first issue digital. Interesting
Yeah,
combo.
I don't know why I thought of that. For whatever reason, I thought to myself, I'm like, oh, maybe somebody wants just like to get the issue 2 like physical, but like they just want to quickly read through issue 1 or something. I don't know what I was thinking with that.
Right. Yeah. 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 It's always tough to think of combinations that people like. This is why I usually put all this extra stuff as add-ons, so they can buy the book and
Yeah,
then before checkout you throw in the extra digital. You know.
I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna do that for the next time.
Yeah. This also keeps your campaign and neat, like organized, easy to navigate. Um, issue 2 digital and physical. Mhm. All right, for $35. All right, and you ship worldwide, by the way. If you
Yep.
are in Europe, no problem. If you are in China, no problem. Australia, it's all cool, man. Um, both issues for $40, right? Yes. So this is the
Yes, sir.
catch-up perk, basically.
Oh yeah.
Get 2 on. What's this? Get 2 copies of issue 2. All right. Yes. All right. 2 copies. You
It's pretty
get both.
straightforward.
Right. Yes. Both issues plus cover, poster. A lot of combo. Every possible combo you have. Right. Plus. All right. Get 3 on. 3 copies. Wow. A lot of perks, man.
Yeah.
Both issue double trouble. You get
Yeah.
2 issues of both issues. So you get
Yep.
four books.
Yep.
Okay. You'll get issues in your tissues. True wordsmith you are. And then we have both issues tripled. Okay, okay. It keeps on stacking with more. You have to retail pack even. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And retail for both issues. All right. Every possible combo, guys, you can find here. Awesome. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Is there anything else we need to know about this campaign or about the book that you want people to know and we haven't discussed yet?
There is going to be a stretch goal. I haven't set the number amount yet, but one of our main stretch goal at the moment is I have been talking with Selena Hernandez and 6 a.m. Comics about doing some chibi stickers. So we're going to add those for every perk if we
Right.
hit a certain stretch goal. I just need to set the number.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so that is coming. Stretch goal is coming. You have 11% right now. You have a fixed goal, so you need to get to 100%. You have 20 backers now. We can refresh. 20 backers. All right.
Yeah,
It will be challenging, Ben. It will
I
be
know.
challenging. But you never know, man. Miracles do happen. Yeah, we just need to promote this, keep promoting it, and you never know.
And I am going to be
Oh,
doing another 30 days after this. But
sure. Yes. Okay. So it says 16, but actually 64. So what if, Ben, what if the worst case scenario, what if you don't reach the goal and you're going to relaunch in February, you said, right?
Yes.
So what will you be doing different when you relaunch?
Well, I'm definitely going to try to launch on a bigger channel. And I'm going to just be trying to get the word out as much as possible. I just think I kind of chose a bad time, but I think that the story and the artwork is really strong, and I think that people are going to love it. And I just think I know, like, this year in particular, like, everybody launched books. And so I'm sure people have probably exhausted their entertainment budgets to an extent.
I don't really think that will be slowing down next year.
Oh yeah, that's
will
why I'm
probably,
like,
yeah.
that's why I was thinking, like, I want to launch this like February 1st, like early in the year.
Yes. Yes. Make sure you put it on. You get it on Bancroft's calendar, on the calendar, the launch calendar, so everyone can see. And if possible, try to launch from his channel. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You know? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, the link to this all is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. Also, the link to Ben's Twitter profile, right? And his YouTube channel, so you can subscribe and get entertained. And while you are doing that, you can back American Bliss, Father's Pride, because we have 6 days left. It will move over to 5 in just a few hours. It will move over to 5 days left. And these are the last 5 days, because I will not extend. I will also not go in InDemand. I want to close this. I want to have it finished, printed, shipped out. So yeah. And Indiegogo is a little bit iffy lately. So this is why I just think it's best to just get this done. We still need to finish 8 pages. Eric is working on the last pages. We have extra art coming in. Check it out, guys. It looks awesome. Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. This is insane, guys. And you get this. You get this when you buy this book, guys. You'll get this. It's in the book. We have two different covers. We have one of Paul Roderick's. That's this cover B, and we have cover A, which is by the main artist Eric Hodgson, and this cover is on homage to Miss Marvel issue 1. It's in the classic style. Really, really cool stuff. Check it out, guys. The link to this campaign is also in the description, and you can also you can only get to this campaign through a direct link. You cannot find this campaign through the search option of Indiegogo because they suppressed it. Yeah,
Lord.
But no worries. We got more backers today. People are still finding it. I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you very much, guys. And Perfect 10 issue 3 is also still available right now. We're at 295 backers. This campaign is also shadow banned. But tomorrow I will have a extra little stream, because tomorrow is the last day that you can get to this campaign. Thursday, the in-demand period will end, so it will close, right? So yeah, get on this, guys. Please share it if you can, and check out Outlaw Nights, Genesis of a Renegade Part 2 while you're at it. All right. Cool. All right, Ben. Thank you very much for being my guest today.
Thank you.
yeah, it will be a challenge for you to get this funded, but we will keep sharing. We will because the concept is pretty cool. The art looks awesome. So all we need to do is get eyes on this project. So yeah, do you have some plans to go on other streams? Do you have things planned for the coming weeks?
I do have a few lined up that I'm blanking on some of the names at the moment.
Yeah.
But no, I do have. I'm pretty much just. Anytime I see somebody with a channel, I'm messaging them right away.
Right. Yes. Okay. So guys, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to have Ben on there and help him out, just reach out. The link to his Twitter profile is in the description. Just send him a message. Okay. Again, thanks, Ben, and thanks to the chat, to everyone who showed up and who watched us and who shared and who liked. If you like this, please like it. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike, and I'm very sorry. And I will be back tomorrow because we have this closeout stream for Perfect 10. So I hope to see you guys then. All right. Bye-bye, guys.
America has a new hero, and she kicks butt. Join American Bliss in her exciting first issue, as she finds her way as the new champion of freedom.